Alright, y'all, what's up? It's time for my week 14 picks, but first, in week 13, I was 8-7. I think it's my second. I've had two bad weeks all year. I think one 8-7 and one 9-6 or 9-5 or 8-6 or 8-5, something like that. But the games I got wrong were the Lions Saints, Chiefs Falcons, which was actually a really good game, probably the best game of the week, the Dolphins Ravens, the Eagles Bengals, the Redskins Cardinals. Like I told you all, every time I take the Redskins, they fucking lose. The Buccaneers and the Chargers, and the Giants Steelers. Those are the games I got wrong last week. Now, week 14, it was actually a really hard fucking week for Pick Show because a lot of the good teams are road teams. Thursday night football, 8:25, sorry. You got the 10-2 Raiders at the 9-3 Chiefs. I'm gonna take the Chiefs. I started out with the Raiders, but I'm gonna take the Chiefs just because the Raiders' offense doesn't play the whole game. Khalil Mack and the defense is hot and not. Sometimes Khalil Mack is unstoppable, and sometimes he's not a factor. For the most part, the Chiefs' defense is a factor for most of the game. It just all depends on which Alex Smith shows up to play. So I'm going to take the Chiefs mainly because they're the home team, but 1 o'clock Sunday games, you got the 6-6 Vikings against the 2-10 Jaguars. I'm going to take the Vikings. Now this is where you're going to see where the winning teams are all going to be road teams. Then you got the 6-5-1 Redskins against the 5-7 Eagles. I'm going to take the Redskins, but like I tell y'all every week, when I take the Redskins, they are guaranteed to lose. Then you got the 8-4 Broncos at the 6-6 Tennessee Titans. I'm going to take the Titans. Broncos offense is a non-factor, and their defense really doesn't have nothing to play with most of them. Play for. They're not going to be able to lead that team just on defense. What the fuck happened there? Alright, then you got the so I'm going to take the Titans in that one. Then you got the 6-6 Texans at the 6-6 Colts. This one I'm going to take the Colts because the Texans don't have any offense and the Colts are their home team. Then you got the 6-1 Arizona Cardinals against the 7-5 Dolphins. I'm going to take the Cardinals. Miami, yo, they surprised me last week, yo. They looked absolutely atrocious. Then you got the 3-9 Bears against the 8-4 Lions. I'm going to take the Lions. Bears are done. They're through. Then you got the 5-7 Chargers against the 4-8 Carolina Panthers. I'm going to take the Chargers, yo. The Panthers can't get out of their own way. Plus, with Luke Kuechly hurt, they're just in their own way constantly. You got the 7-5 Steelers against the 6-6 Bills. I want to take the Bills, but I don't know. Steelers, the way they looked last week against the Giants, if they keep playing like that, they might win out. So I'm gonna take the Steelers. Then you got the 4-7-1 Bengals against the 0-12 Browns. I'm gonna take Cincinnati, even though I think this is possibly the only game Cleveland has left the rest of the season to get a win. So I would not be surprised if Cleveland wins this game. Then you got the 3-9 Jets against the 1-11 49ers. I'm going to take the 49ers. I think that Jets team has quit on Todd Bowles. This is probably his last year as head coach of the Jets. Then you got the 7-5 Atlanta Falcons. That last game, the Jets 49ers game, was at 4:05. Now this game's at 4:25. You got the 7-5 Falcons against the 4-8 Rams, and the Falcons are gonna light them up. The Rams will never be able to keep up with Matt Ryan in that offense. Also at 4:25, you got the 8-3-1 Seahawks against the 6-6 Packers. I'm going to take the Seahawks. Aaron Rodgers is way, 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 way overrated. Plus, most of his offensive weapons are hurt. That defense is atrocious. Their practice squad defense is fucking hurt. So whatever comes, the street guys are who's playing defense for them now, and they're just absolutely atrocious. Another 420. The last 425 game you got is the 5-7 Saints against the 7-5 Bucks. That's a division matchup. I'm gonna take the Bucks. Then 8:30 Sunday Night Football. You got the 11-1 Cowboys against the 8-4 Giants. The Giants basically fucked themselves last week against the Steelers. Gave up any chance they had in winning the division. So, I think the Giants have the Cowboys number, but with the Giants knowing they can't win the division, it's a thing of, are they going to show up and actually play? And what the way they looked the other night, it doesn't look like it. So I'm going to take the Cowboys. Then on Monday Night Football, 8:30, you got the 7-5 Ravens against the 10-2 Patriots, and I'm going to take the Patriots just because Joe Flacco never has 2 good games in a row. The last time he had a game like last week was against the Buccaneers 2 years ago, and the next week he was like 15 for 30 with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So he never has 2 good weeks in a row. Now if he didn't have that week last week and he could play this week like he played last week, they would win. But I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. So, alright, those are my picks. I'm out. Peace.
And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. And they take a 17-14 lead. A road win in the